The views expressed on the podcast are those of the individuals who made them, and they do not represent the views or beliefs of Job Duck.
Hello to everybody listening out there. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Pumped Up Quacks. My name is Busi and I am from South Africa. I'm here with two usual suspects and one unusual one. Please tell the world who you are, guys.
Hello everyone, I'm Miguel from Colombia.
Hello, my name is Andres and I'm from Mexico. I'm glad to be here.
Hi everyone, I'm Jen, short for Jennifer. I'm from Argentina and I'm excited to be here as well.
Yes, welcome Jennifer. Jennifer is actually the wiki shadow for our marketing team. Just to let the world know, what does a wiki shadow do exactly?
Well, the wiki is the site where all important company information is kept. So the wiki team is in charge of adding new information like procedures, policies, strategies that team members need to follow or need to be aware of. And yeah, we basically manage the wiki and with your contribution, of course, and your help.
Great job so far. Great job.
Amazing.
She knows everything.
Wiki shadow. Ooh.
That sounds spooky.
Yeah.
It's in the name, yeah. I'm in the shadows watching you.
Oh my
Always
gosh.
watching. Big brother. Okie dokie, guys. As usual, we have a riddle for you to solve. I'm going to tell you the riddle and then we will get that answer at the end of the episode. So this week, I am going to ask you, what kind of coat is always wet when you put it on? You have the whole episode to think about your answer. We will talk about that answer at the end of the episode, but for now, we are going to get into this week's amazing news. Jen, why don't you kick us off with this week's first story?
Okay, I found this really heartwarming story of a little boy, 9-year-old boy from England called Joe. Basically, he was always getting in trouble at school because he was drawing and doodling all the time, and his teachers often reprimanded him for it. And when his parents heard about it, instead of punishing him, they sent him to this art class. And the teacher there immediately sensed that the kid was talented and encouraged him to keep working hard. And eventually he was hired by a local restaurant to decorate a whole wall. He worked for a long time, basically doodling and placing his art on the wall for everyone to see.
Wow.
So I think it's a wonderful story. I love that the parents encouraged him to follow his dream and his passion. Yeah, I think it's a wonderful message as well, that everyone has a gift, a talent, something to offer to the world. But having a gift is also a responsibility because you have to work hard. It's not going to be easy, but I think it is definitely possible to make a living out of your passion, and I think everyone should.
Dun, dun, dun.
I like farting in the cheese section of posh supermarkets, says TikToker Amy Scott, aka Plastic Amy, who shared a short but insightful clip with her 361,000 followers, in which she made this eyebrow-raising admission. The model explained that she does it just to hear the snooty people talk about how amazing the fresh cheese smells. I guess this gives a whole new meaning to the term cut the cheese.
Dun, dun, dun.
Today in weird news, Raven mascot headed to IR with drumstick injury. So you know the Baltimore Ravens it's an NFL team and they have a mascot that dresses up as a raven. So he had a knee injury and he was listed in the injury reserve list for the team. So funny thing, the Raven is called Poe. I thought that was amazing.
The pun is unbelievable.
I know.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, for the last news of the day, a grieving woman spent 3,500 pounds in preparations to scatter her beloved hamster's ashes in Hawaii. Now that's love.
Oh, that's sweet.
Wow, yeah. I think I would do the same for my pets. Like, I think I didn't know love until I had a pet.
Yeah,
so I get it. I'm not going to judge.
Yeah.
I mean, I could get down with that, but not for 3,500 pounds. We need to talk about that bit.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
We'll put you somewhere pretty. We love our pets, guys. I kid. We love our pets. And in any case, speaking of things that people love, people out there love Disney, right? To a certain extent. So whether you love Disney or not, you've probably heard a few Disney songs at various points in your journey on this wonderful planet Earth. It could be a cheesy villain solo like that song Be Prepared by Scar from The Lion King, or Gaston by Gaston on Beauty and the Beast.
Banger.
It's a banger. Well, or perhaps for those who love the Disney heroes who prefer to walk on the lighter side of life. Maybe you like the widely popular Let It Go from Frozen. Or, well, no, I don't know if you...
Sick of it.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you've got kids or if you have children, I really doubt that this would be at the top of your list. But in any case, ensure you figured out that today we want to talk about what Disney songs we like, if any at all. So, guys, tell us, what are your Disney faves? The rule is here. You can't talk about Bruno, man. You can't.
Sneaky.
Nice.
Okay.
Has everyone watched that movie? Because I haven't yet. And I don't think I will because I'm sick of the song. Yeah.
I had to watch it because I'm Colombian. So that's
right. Yeah. It must be beautiful.
In order to keep my citizenship.
Yeah, I have to.
Right.
The government is like, I'm going to kick you out. And I'm like, no, please.
Same happened with Coco here.
Well, Coco is so good. Man, Coco, good. Good movie. Coco.
It's a nice movie, right? Actually, the song is really nice as well.
He's a poco loco.
That one is really nice, but I was talking about Recuérdame.
Okay.
It's a bit annoying at this point. I think it happened. Well, at least here in Mexico, it is what happened with Let It Go. That people were singing over and over again, and it was featuring like 1,000 radio shows and everything. And I guess people just got a bit tired of it. But I guess the song is nice. Right?
The song is really nice. Here we don't hear that much like the Recuérdame. I just heard it on a movie. And I never listened to it again. So, yeah. But which is your favorite, guys? Let's start there.
Okay, I actually have a lot of favorites, especially from all Disney movies.
Yeah.
I love the Little Mermaid soundtrack. And I think that what happens here in Latin America is that, well, the movies are translated and dubbed, and the songs as well. So I love how Disney was able to adapt the movie and the songs to our cultural background. And so when I think of Disney, I think of the songs that were performed by Latin artists. And I think my favorite is, it's a bit new, but it's the one from Tangled, which is performed by Chayanne. And Chayanne, he's my dad. He's everyone's dad, actually.
Yeah. In Latin
like
America,
this Latin icon. Yeah. When it's Father's Day, we're like, Happy Father's Day, Dad. Why did you never come back?
What happened there? Do you know who Chayanne is, Lucy?
No, but
I have to send you. There's a song, super unrelated to anything. There's a called Torero, and you can play it with any anime intro, and it will fit. I don't know why.
That video was actually filmed in Argentina, Buenos Aires, but yeah.
That's so cool.
I love him. I know everything about it. Like thanks to my mother, but yeah.
Obviously.
So Luis Miguel, also, I don't know if you've heard of him, Lucy. He's a Mexican icon as well. He performed this beautiful song for
Hercules.
No, I think that was Ricky Martin.
Oh, that's right.
For the Notre Dame Hunch.
Oh yes. Yeah, the hunch, the thing of Notre Dame. I don't know the name.
Yeah. That was.
And Ricky Martin was in Hercules in Spanish. Mm-hmm. And actually, that's my favorite soundtrack, the Hercules soundtrack.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because not only because of the song of Ricky Martin, but the soundtrack where the muses sing, so good. So good.
It's so catchy as well.
Yeah.
Such powerful voices.
Yeah, and I don't know the version in English, to be fair, but the version in Spanish is really good.
Yeah, and I don't think I would watch it in English because it would lose that magic. I think that when we think of Disney movies, we think of childhood, and we grew up with dubbed movies and soundtracks. So yeah, and I also want to give a shout out to Phil Collins because he was on the soundtrack of Tarzan. He sang in English and in Spanish as well. So that was amazing. The songs are so emotional and I love it. So yeah, I think I have a lot of favorites.
Okay. Phil Collins, here's your shout out.
He will be here and he will like, oh, finally.
Finally. They love me. Andy, how about you? Are there any Disney songs that you are quite partial to?
Yeah, I like Tarzan's soundtrack.
Oh.
I was gonna say that as well because I really like Phil Collins, and I think he actually sung really nice in Spanish as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know he was an English speaker. I only found out a few years ago, and I think he did an amazing job. Yeah, I had no idea who he was. Basically.
Yeah, no,
Is that
totally
good?
Yeah.
That one is a really good soundtrack, and also The Lion King.
Lion King is so good.
With I think it was Elton John, or I don't know if he did the entire soundtrack or just
Not in
partially.
Spanish, though. But yeah.
No, probably not Spanish.
Howard.
But coward. Go Phil Collins, go home. But yeah, no, definitely. I think The Lion King is super good. It's a super good soundtrack. Circle of Life is a beautiful song. Can You Feel the Love Tonight is a beautiful song as well.
Yeah.
Have you watched the new version, like the live action version?
I refuse.
Where Beyonce worked on the soundtrack?
That's terrible.
I despise live actions.
I hate when they do a live action of an animated that it was perfect. Like The Lion King obviously had its flaws, but the animation was perfectly executed. And when you see the new animation, it's like super dull. And I love Beyonce. I love Childish Gambino, Tono Clover.
You're not allowed to not love Beyonce in this world.
Hey, I don't want
yes,
to.
I agree. Queen Bee.
Yeah. But I was not able to watch it because I'm so against that type of animation versus the animation that we have. I'm okay with the 3D animation because it's fine. But 2D animation is a work of art too. So I don't know why people tend to toss it aside. And I'm not having it. Not having it.
He's not
Some masterpieces should be left untouched. Like not everything needs to be made into a live action film. And with The Lion King, didn't watch the original one because it's too tragic for me. Like Bambi, never gonna watch that. But I think the new version like erased the emotions from the original film, so it's like cringy to watch.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm able to watch it. Like I hate it so much. Like before I watched it, I was like, I'm not going to. I'm going to take a stand.
Well, I actually watched it, and I can say after watching it that I did not love it. But when it comes to to be honest, I don't really love any Disney song, guys. I'm really sorry. But I guess there's only one that I connected with, which is I Want to Be Like You from the Jungle Book. You know, King Louie and the Monkeys sang it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, hoo, hoo, hoo. I want to be like you. That one. And that's only because...
Louis Armstrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was in the trumpet and a lot of stuff.
Then the Jonas Brothers did like their version. I was a big Jonas Brothers fan, so that's where I know the song from. You're judging me?
Yeah.
She is. When she's doing the...
I'm not. I'm just like, why? But I only connected with the song really because when I was in school, like in grade 5 or something, we put on a school play of the Jungle Book and I played a monkey and we had to do that song. So that's really the only connection. And
right, like it takes you back to your childhood. That's beautiful.
it takes me back, and then I'm like, I can't believe we had to do that. But anyways, the video is my mom still has the video somewhere. She filmed the whole thing.
We need it.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, guys. Do you want to see my iconic performance as a monkey performing the song when I was in grade 5? Tell us in the comments, right? But in any case,
I'm gonna spam the comments.
Yeah, yes.
I'm gonna sound off.
Yeah.
But in any case, let's get back to that riddle, guys.
Okay.
I'm going to remind you of the question so you can put more thought into it, right?
Right, yes. So ready to fail.
Okay. What kind of coat is always wet when you put it on? Stick around to the end of the episode if you want to find out what the answer is, but you still have time to give it some thought. We're going to take a little break.
Are you looking for tips on how to create a marketing portfolio? Perhaps you need a few pointers to help you construct your resume or cover letter. We've got you covered for these topics and more. Visit our website at www.jobduck.com and click on the Resources tab to download our free resources.
Right. As with anything else in life, working from home has its pros and it has some cons. Although it may sound great to not have to commute to work and not having to dress in formal attire all the time, work from home burnout can also be a reality if you're not careful. So today we're going to talk about ways in which to prevent burnout, maybe offer some tips on how you can deal with it, and maybe how you can support colleagues who you think might be suffering from burnout. Okay, so for the first tip, incorporating exercise into your daily routine is one of the best ways to try and avoid burnout. Speaking from my own personal experience, my mood is way better when I start my day with a workout routine. This is because exercise helps to release endorphins, which help relieve pain and stress, and it also improves on your well-being. And basically, it's just beneficial for you physically and mentally. Every time I go to the gym, I always never regret it, even if I didn't want to go in the beginning. And it also just sets the tone in terms of my mood and my tone and how I tackle things for the rest of the day. Just energy, pure energy, guys. So yes, exercise will help you beat that burnout.
Excellent tips.
I agree.
Excellent tips.
I think leaving the gym feeling like fulfilled is the most wonderful feeling, even when you don't feel like going. So I agree.
Yeah.
Totally. For those who don't know what burnout is when you're feeling tired about what you're doing and everything. And it could happen in any type of job. And obviously when you work from home, it could happen at any time if you are careful with your own body and your own mind. So what we're giving tips is for you to avoid burnout. And if you're feeling like you don't want to do something, how you can change your routine to make it better. That's what we wanted to say.
Well, if you Google the WHO's definition of burnout is that it is a syndrome that's conceptualized as resulting from chronic workplace stress that has not been successfully managed, which is also characterized by 3 dimensions, which is, as Miguel said, feelings of energy depletion or exhaustion, increased mental distance from your job, or just feelings of negativity or cynicism related to one's job. So yeah, this can significantly affect your performance at work, guys. So I'm going to say it again, get your exercise in.
I've definitely been there where I've reached a boiling point at work and I feel like I'm stuck and I cannot get anything else done and like I'm down for the day. But I think all of us are prone to feel like that, and all of us have encountered that feeling, and it's almost inevitable until you learn how to manage your time and your tasks. So I would recommend everyone to first manage their time in terms of like, okay, at JobTalk we have this core value of attacking our day. So I would recommend people to attack their day by tackling the hardest tasks that they have. Because if you keep procrastinating or like putting it aside it's going to stay in your head. You're going to be like, oh, I need to do this, but I don't want to. So I would definitely recommend doing that first, and the rest of the day is going to be smooth. And also, I think another tip would be switching tasks. So when you don't feel like doing something and you're like burnt out, you do something else. Like in my work, for example, I have a routine where it's like half creative work and half automatic work. So when I'm feeling creative, I write, I edit, I do what I need to do as a wiki shadow. And then when I'm done with that, basically I switch to the automatic sides, like checking for updates, reaching out to team members, or organizing the drive, like tasks that require less mental effort. So I don't get to that point where I'm like, where do I go?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you guys think.
That's actually pretty good. Like, and the part when you're reaching out to members, just talking to them about, like, even if there's just work stuff, or even if it's other stuff, like something happened and you need to talk about it. Like in the recent days, there was big news somewhere, and you talk about them, and you just like share the news with them, and they're like,
yeah,
no.
It helps you to decompress, definitely.
Yeah, totally. And after you finish work, I'd recommend like not going out with your friends or stuff like that, but talking to them, like just getting to chat with them and talking about other stuff, and separating your work and your life, and having that balance will help you avoid burnout a lot.
100%. 100%. Yeah, I think it's very important to set boundaries when it comes to work and your life outside of work as well. You know, just doing things like making sure that you are not looking at work stuff when you've clocked out for the day, and going out talking to your friends and just talking about anything that's not work really. So, you know, setting boundaries is also important when you want to try and avoid reaching that burnout stage.
Yeah,
exactly.
Especially during your off time, during the weekends.
Yeah, I think work is important, but it cannot be your whole life. Because first and foremost, you're a person, and that needs to be your priority, like being well as a person to do a good job, amongst other things.
Yeah, no, I think you pretty much said it all. Just focus on those little details or common signs that may be hidden in your day-to-day work, that can tell you that you have burnout if you don't know how to identify it. Such as things that you have already mentioned: procrastination, self-doubt, demotivation, depression. Also, like, address it with a health professional whenever you think it's going too far. So it's really important that you take medical advice with these kind of things, and don't self-medicate. Never self-medicate.
Never.
That's
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Reaching out for help, it's definitely so important. And I've learned it the hard way, but there's no shame in that. And all of us are doing our best. It's okay to not be okay sometimes. So yeah, wonderful message.
There's also, a few other things that you could consider when you're also just trying to avoid that burnout thing. Aside from taking breaks and socializing and setting those boundaries, it's also important to take time for yourself, to maybe spend time working on your hobbies or just doing anything else. Having a routine also helps stave off that burnout feeling. If your day is more structured, at least you will know that, okay, at this point, this is not going to be work time. At this point, it's work time, you know. And also getting enough sleep, eating healthy, and something that we highly encourage our staffers to do here at the Job Duck, which is to take time off from work. Use those vacation days, guys. They are there for a reason.
Yeah.
So yeah. If you've got some days coming up and you're feeling a little bit strained, put in some leave days and just relax.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, sometimes, we are people, we are empathetic human beings. Sometimes you might notice that a colleague of yours might seem to be burnt out. Are there ways in which you would suggest for someone to help a colleague who is burnt out?
I would say that maybe just reaching out, like say, hey, do you want help with something? Not saying nothing about their mental status, like are you feeling okay or whatever, because sometimes they can take it like people are difficult, so when you say it like, hey, are you okay or something like that, they would be like, am I showing that I'm not okay? So they worry more. So just saying like, hey, is there anything you need help with? I'm free for today, even if you're not, but I'm free for today. I'm just, is there something in your mind, or not in your mind, but in your task that you're not able to do today, or something like that? Be like the most reachable person and the most comprehensible person ever, and they will try to reach out but obviously people are different. There are some cases.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think we are very lucky to be part of a team that's very understanding, very open when it comes to feelings and how we're doing. And I think in my case, I would just try to help with their tasks and just offering to be there. I think when you're in that position, maybe you don't know what you need, but just knowing that you have someone there for you helps a lot, like takes that weight off your shoulders. So yeah, just being there and offering them support, I think.
Yeah, I think that is 100% the best way to do it. Just reach out, offer help, and hey, if you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it also.
Yeah, that's why you have a team.
Exactly.
The team is here for you to help you out in every way they can.
Yes.
Indeed. Okay, guys, I think we've reached that point of the episode where we need to discuss the answer to that riddle. Are you ready?
Yes. I think I got it.
Oh my God.
I did not have faith in myself, but I think I got it.
Okay.
I did not cheat, did not Google, I promise.
Okay, so we're going to ask the question and then we're going to hear what these answers are. What kind of coat is always wet when you put it on?
Is it a raincoat?
No.
No, you're kidding. I was so confident. Okay.
Okay, I told you last week that I was going to come back with a vengeance, right? Here it is. What kind of coat is always wet when you put it on? The answer is a coat of paint. Okie dokie, guys. Nice try, guys. You'll have another chance next week, yes? Yes. But in any case, we have reached the end of our episode. Thank you so much to Jennifer from Argentina, our auspicious wiki shadow at the marketing department, for joining us today. It was an absolute pleasure.
I'm sad it's ending. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you for being a lovely team.
Oh, thank you.
Go Job Tag.
That is
and thank you to the usual suspects for just being your usual selves. Lots of love. To all of our listeners out there, if you are interested in applying to one of our positions, or if you want more information about JobDuck, please visit our website at www.jobduck.com. You can also hang out with us on social media. On Instagram, we are at the JobDuck. On TikTok, we are at the JobDuck. On Twitter, we are at _JobDuck. On LinkedIn and Facebook, just search for the JobDuck. And we also have our Brand Ambassadors Daily account on TikTok. Follow them. It's fun there too. And also, if you have the interest, you can also find us on, drumroll, Pinterest. All right. Thanks to everybody here. Thanks to everybody listening. Have a great week. Stay safe.